friends, hello and welcome at last to the 2020 Perfect Dark Year in Review Speedlore bonus live stream special. Indeed, a two-part special. We had 39 untied world records this year, so it'll take quite a while. And we had many other cool things happen in the year 2020 as well. So tonight, we're going to look at the untied set in the first half of 2020, January 1st to June 30th, and tomorrow we'll finish off the latter half of the year. We may have a handful of other runs sprinkled in, some non-untied, some personal bests, maybe a compilation here or there, and other interesting, good stuff like that, as always. But feel free to chime in chat if you have something to suggest, a run or something cool that I might have missed. Anything interesting that could be mentioned or shown. This is definitely more of a casual bonus speed lore, so there won't be any dedication runs tonight or tomorrow. We'll get back to those soon with the next GoldenEye episode, the premiere of Season 5 coming up, the grand finale season. But with all that being said, let's get into it. The epic, amazing untied world records set in Perfect Dark in 2020. What was the first untied set in the year 2020 in Perfect Dark? Do you know what it is? Perhaps you can guess based on what's on the screen right now, and it is indeed a Villa special agent run by the one and only Perfect Ace. So Villa, the record for a long time, from what I remember, was 115 on the stage, and then a strategy was discovered in early 2019, which allowed you to clip through a portion of the level and saved up to 4, 5, 6 seconds. So the record was 112 from that, only cut off 3 seconds. It ended up saving 5 or 6 seconds on Agent, but it only ended up saving 3 on Secret Agent, even though it should save the full time. It just hadn't been optimized yet. So Ace knew there was some time out there to save. He figured, I'm gonna cut off a second or two. Let's do it up, as they say. Let's do it up. Yeah, it's to start this year. We can see 2 quick snipes there, really nice. To start this year, the records were 101 Agent, 112 Special Agent. So it would have been 5 seconds cut from Agent and only 3 from Special. So he's got to know that there's at least 2 seconds to cut on Special Agent. But the 115 from back in the day was really insane. So you might not cut. Ooh, that was a bit of a hang up there. Not. I'm sure we'll see many, many perfect runs tonight, but I never noticed that. I'm watching these a lot for the first time tonight, so there's the clip. You clip into the basement, this saves, 4, 5, 6 seconds. So was this run in Project 2020? Dr. Light, I'm assuming it was. So there's some you have to eliminate all the guards in the basement. There's 3. They have to fully pass away. He's swapping weapons 3 times to reload. And you can see it's an amazingly played basement. Very hard to do quickly. 111. New untied by Perfect Ace. Very, very good. And we may see some more Villa runs tonight. Actually, you know what? We're going to watch his Villa Perfect Agent run. This one was definitely unhoarded in Project 2020, and it matched a long-time Clemens untied. Clemens had 122, untied for 3 years, 3.5 years. People thought it was unmatchable. A 2-second untied at that. And this one was also revealed in Project 2020, which was a horde that was revealed on February 1st, 2020. A lot of insane times in that horde. I talked about them at some length in the GoldenEye review. And you can see on Perfect Agent Villa, you start on the main floor, and as the negotiator.
Yo, what's up, Dick?
On agent and special agent, you start upstairs and you save the negotiator.
What's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
Agent, you are the negotiator. You have to chuck that laptop gun. It will get rid of a bunch of the rooftop snipers. So it's important. You also have to like get rid of these hackers. Yeah, a lot of people really like that.
Chemical and Blood?
122 by Clemens.
Oh my god.
People thought it would stay on tie for a long time.
Are you serious, man?
Here. That was so clever.
I'm sorry, dude.
Ace knew he was getting trolled by that guard.
I'm really sorry about that.
And so he paused so that he could turn on high res. And you also need to turn on high res anyways.
Under your skin?
Do the dishwasher clip. So
onto your hands?
It's a little bit of a geometrically broken level.
Onto like gloves with PPE?
Is a big deal on Perfect Agent. He needed that ammo. If he needed that ammo, run over. Really nice run. I would almost say that yeah, one of the hardest parts of a villa is eliminating all the guards in that back room, all those last handful of guards. 3 and then 6, is it? Yeah. He almost did it better on Perfect Agent than he did on his 111 Special Agent. So his 111 is a great time. There's still like, it might be a 2-second untied.
What does like made it wet?
It totally is.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, good luck. Like, but like, it looks like he could get 110 on Special Agent if he really wanted to.
It could have been Xylene.
Ace is the reason why I had to split this up into 2.
It could have been a flammable Xylene.
Yeah. And there's an interesting comment, Almoni, amazing people that people
which would have like killed any viruses are in there, you know.
Another Horde project coming out in about a week.
Xylene is it's a B waste. It's on the Ontario Reg 347 B list. So it's like
okay. Next
chronic toxic, you know what I mean?
Was our pal
like
Joris Quevedo.
Acute toxicity.
Now I gotta imagine this was Joris's first.
Which is like
in Perfect Dark.
It's negligible.
It looks like the case.
I don't know what it was, but
it was only untied in Perfect Dark. It is
they put a lot of remove body parts and stuff into Xylene because it disinfects it.
Let's take a look. Chicago.
But it's flammable also. I don't know if it was Xylene or not though.
For quite some time actually.
It could have also been Fixer, Developer, Fixer. What color? I guess you don't know.
It was one of the more commonly tied records. 26 had maybe about.
It could have been biological waste too.
Joris saw a path to 25. Let's see what he did.
Be careful though, man. Wear glasses if you need to, if you want to. Like safety glasses.
It's a punch.
Can't narrow it down. Oh, that's okay.
You have to get a suitcase.
That's okay. Like just temporary exposure is negligible. I would say.
On that taxi. Let's see what he does here. Quick drop cam spy. Interesting. And what does that do exactly? Quick drop cam spy. How is it quicker? There's a lot of menuing in Perfect Dark that really affects your pace and so on. Yeah, just a very clean run. And he used some new technology on the bomb spy. That throw is hard to get to.
Slowly soak through it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Usually when you activate the bomb spy, there's a huge leg spike.
Wow, you're wearing a jumpsuit?
It like twice like that. It like solves the leg.
Yo, what's up, Ninja? What? Yo, what's happening, man?
It's like when you go from pausing to
time to get buff, man. I'm just trying to follow your streams, dude.
So it's like you almost pause buffer out that leg spike. So that's kind of interesting.
Trying to get buff like you, man.
Like that, very nice
and Dick too.
By Joris Quevedo. I don't believe that was in.
I think you should be okay, Dick. It sounds kind of
2020 now, so none of these other Perfect Dark times tonight are going to be hoarded. Although
it should be okay.
There definitely were some from 2019 that ended up being hoarded, but it is what it is.
Would have been good. Yeah, it would have been good to report it, but that's okay. Not a big issue. I wouldn't worry about it. What's up, Ninja? Welcome, man.
We're here in February 2020, and of course, what was February 2020 like? Kind of interesting time. Some people sensed things were happening in the world.
Sponsor me $6, please. Sponsor me.
Fully insane yet, I think
Giancarlo Stanton,
comfy,
Rob
comfy,
Gronkowski,
chilling out, playing some
Westbrook.
video games, just playing games. Yeah, Clem.
Nothing I can do anyway. Yeah.
Clem on Chicago is a long and winding story. He got
Hot in there, new sweat, so it's hard to notice for a little damp.
Agent, iconic record, still in tied for like a long time.
Dude, I hope the job is treating you okay, Dick, man.
He has a long
hope
history
it's
in
not
Chicago.
too.
He went for 25 perfect agent, but couldn't quite nail it.
You're safe and everything.
Untied that took place in.
All right, let's do a set.
Was another ace.
Since Ninja said time to get buff, so it is.
Extraction perfect agent. The world record on this level. This
for
one
OT.
was actually shocking and stunning.
Yeah.
How do I?
Here you go. I'll do a set.
Set this up. It's like. You know what? Let's watch the old record. The Greeny Net 127. This was an untied for about 3 years. Greeny Net's 127. And keep in mind, this is still the second best time on this stage. 127. This is from 3 years ago, just for context.
Oh, we're at the same weight on the bar, I think, Ninja. I moved up to 165 like not too long ago. I think you said you're at 168. Let's see. I heard that the plant.
When you go upstairs,
Yo, thanks, man.
3 floors and eliminate
Thanks, man.
Sandra's bodyguards.
Yeah, it's been a long. It's been a slow and long journey.
To do this. So he called the lift to be back up there.
Heard that the plant you worked at is way better though. Yeah, it's everything is like there's no like incineration, right? At the other location, it's just movement of hazardous waste, like in drums without processing it, right? So a lot of like the liquid waste goes through there. A lot of solid pharmaceutical pills go through there.
Go into the open lift, open that door from behind.
What else?
And then go up the stairs.
Yeah, so everything's closed. There's no incinerator. There's no autoclave.
Overtaking the lift upstairs, which is a big deal. And I was getting rid of the other Cassandra's bodyguards and carrying on the level. You have to get that rocket launcher. There's like 5 guards here.
Yeah,
with
man.
shotguns.
Yeah, I started a year ago
Do a lot of damage
with 115 on the bar, right? I remember we were talking about that. I wrote in the chat to you, Ninja, that I started with 115, and
That was a nice
yeah, man,
rate.
worked up to 135 and then 165, and let's see. Weights are expensive now though, so I gotta friggin' I don't know what to do. But I'm good at this weight now. Alright, let's do some biceps. Yo, thanks for being here.
Ooh, nice shot. Very nice shot.
Smell bait.
Somewhere. Something I can do for you, old woman.
Yes, just in time. I don't know what is it. 127 or I would be sick.
One more chance. Give it back. And you could come and work for me.
Shit. If I had my phone, I would have snapped the hell out of it.
When your own supervisor says the other plan's better and they don't give you a shit about us here. Oh, that's what they said? Wow, man.
So it's world record. Holy shit.
Wow. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, dude, your plant is like hard work, the realest the biomedical waste incineration, like that's real stuff, man.
2017.
Not gonna say which one said it though. I think I can guess. I can probably guess.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
That's cute.
No, but like, as long as you feel safe, man. Safety is like the number
So
one
he's
thing.
obviously very happy about that untied.
They obviously care about your
He
safety.
beat a Clemens untied. That's a big deal. So the key was basically, and this strategy had been in use for a long time, but he left the elevator, called it back up, so the guard would kind of like get confused over the elevator, and then he has to, let's see where it is here. Yeah, right around here, okay. And then you can basically, if you go in here, you can, that door is locked, okay? This door right here is locked. But you need to go up it to go upstairs. You could go up to go upstairs, or you could take the lift up. But you can go in the elevator and unlock it from behind, and then go up the stairs. So what if, 20 seconds ago when he first came up the lift, he opened the door and it was still open by the
Here we
time he
go.
got back?
Do more.
He would have to have a way faster floor of eliminating these guards. Is it even doable? It was doable on Special Agent, but it was not doable on Perfect Agent, right? Yes. Yeah, you gotta take the other lift. Yes, you gotta take the other lift back up. That's right. The other side goes up and so on. Anyway, so that's 127 by group. This year, Ace figured he's gonna go for the impossible. He's gonna try to open the door on his initial way up and try to
life
eliminate
is good,
those
life is
4
good.
Cassandra guards ahead of time. And make it back. And make it back to the lift. And make it back to the door, and we'll see what happens here. It's pretty cooked. It's pretty cooked. Just see how
Yeah,
fast
Ninja, I
Ace is on
noticed
this floor.
your bench press. I noticed you're on your tippy toes, I guess.
Go to guard.
I keep my legs up for my
Same
back.
shots.
It helps my
Be
back a
on the
lot.
computer.
But it looks like maybe
See
put
all the
like if you
controls.
put a
All this elevator's been locked.
like an inch or two pad under your feet at like the foot of your bench press, you might get a little more
Barely
leverage. I don't know.
makes the
My bench is super low. It's a very low bench. It's not very high. It's like, I feel like my shin.
Here we go. Wexy
Lower than my knee.
Top 5 player. 5 for
So
hours
it's like-
and barely got
I
close.
can put like leverage there. Plant my feet when things get heavy. Yeah. Yeah, that's the.
Makes that one as well.
I tried
Makes
it though.
that
With my
worse.
back, it's just
That one's less difficult, but
doesn't feel very good.
important equally. Now he's up here. Doesn't have a care in the world.
Yo, thanks for being here. Made my workout stream. What can I say? Old how to bench video from Dave Tate. Nice.
Headshot.
Dave Tate.
Shotgun. He could pass away. Insane shotgun. Oh, he got super trolled by Cass there. And the helicopter position. 122.91.
Wow.
However, it is still a 5-second untied. Green's record was untied for almost 3 years, and Ace drops a 5.
But if you're in pain, then definitely don't don't do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
So yeah, it was a strategy
It's
that
lagging
was
too much.
known
I
to
got
be out
to
there because people did it on Special Agent, and I guess Boss also did it on Perfect Agent.
Oh my
On
god.
Perfect Agent on a slower that section was fast, but the
It's
rest
too
of it was
hot. My
slow.
computer's lagging like crazy.
It was known to be out there, but only Ace dared to actually go there. And second place on this level is still Green's 127. So
Okay, here we go.
no one else in this year has gone there and done the deed yet. So yeah, keep that record in mind. Extraction PA 122 as we carry on through this year in review. Okay, what is next? Well, interestingly, another next time is one of his signature levels. I would say the Perfect Ace signature level. He would have had this as an untied sweep even to begin 2020. Right? Yes. Pelagic 2, Perfect Agent.
It's this if you ever want to watch it. Nice.
He
It's
has
kind of long.
untied
Nice.
Perfect Agent 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna put it as a bookmark.
Before this run.
Powerlifting singles, maybe not regular reps like we do. Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
in the Project 2020 Unhoard.
I'm keeping it not super heavy, also because I want to do several reps, right? As you know. Okay. I'll probably save it as a bookmark and watch it later. 9 minutes? Yeah. Bench press cue. Okay, let's watch it.
Why don't they just fucking learn how to bench?
You'll find one help. Yeah, man, of course.
People need to quit fucking asking what they need to do exercise-wise until they reinforce their technique. Bench press.
That's jokes.
Our competition bench press is band pegs on the bottom. We also have, I call it a head cage, but it's like a roll cage. So if somebody misses the weight, and especially with benchers and powerlifters today, if they miss a weight, you're talking somebody, we have bench presses in the 1,000-pound range, 900-pound range. Most of the guys you saw out today bench 800 pounds. You know, so if something gives or something happens, even with side spotters, it's happening so fast, there's a risk. So when we have a cage here, that bar, if it does fall back, that's going to stop before it smashes their face. And that's basically the purpose of the roll cage. The J hooks are set up in a way that a lot of bench presses you'll see will have a J hook that will extend, say this high, or it's a big rubber knob. The J hooks, you have to really go with the minimum that you can possibly get away with, because you never want to take a bar out like this when you bench press. And I'll have Chris demonstrate here later. But you never want to take a bar out like this, okay? Because what happens is, if you do get your body set in the bench position here, where my back's tight and everything's tight, as soon as I do this, my shoulders just came out. Everything just flared up. So, you gotta have a J peg or a cup that allows you to pull the bar out. That way your lats stay tight. Even with the lift off, you have to pull it out. There's a huge difference between that and this. Everybody wants to try to fix all their problems with exercises and movements. A weak point's always going to be physical, mental, or technical. I don't give a shit what you say. There's no other reason. It's going to be one of the three or a combination of them. Everybody will ask questions like, well, I can't lock the bar out. What exercises do I need to do? All right, well, then everybody's going to say, oh, you know, pin presses, floor presses, board presses. You know, I'm going to say, well, maybe you just don't know how to fucking bench. Why are you worried about board presses and pin presses if you don't gets thrown in there that throws everything off, and that's called weight. You know, because as you work up, weak points are going to come out. That's where the coaching and the verbal cueing becomes even more important, because then it becomes a time where it does not become technical, that a muscular weakness is actually causing the breakdown in the technique. But for 90% of the people out there, it's the technique which is the problem. So anybody who's struggling with a squat, bench, or deadlift, the first thing they need to do is to look at their technique and really look at where it's at, and how solid it is and how strong it is, and compare it to some of the best lifters that are out there, or have a good coach look at it and see, because that's what's killing you. With good technique, I've had lifters come in here just for a weekend, like one of these sessions, and put 50 pounds on their squat. How long does it take to add 50 pounds to your squat muscularly through training? Man, that can be 2 years. You know, we did it in a day. The first rule of technique when it comes to the bench press is going to be tightness. It's the same thing with the squat. Everything, when you bench press, it's a total body exercise. Everything has to be tight and contracted and stable. Nothing should move. When you see, you know, this stuff here, bars going like this, it's, what the hell are you doing? You know, a teaching aid that I use a lot of times in seminars is I'll ask people to put their feet on the bench.
Ooh.
And push their hips as high in the air as they possibly can.
Oh my God.
I got this from JM Blake.
Oh, my back.
You know,
That hurts my back just looking at it.
When you do this, you feel a tremendous amount of pressure on your traps and your upper back. Then I'll ask them, put your feet back on the floor, either with your feet out wide or under the bench, and find that same pressure.
Back just snaps.
You don't necessarily have to pull your shoulder blades
really, man.
together. Your back has to be tight, and that has to be tight. Because you want to, when you bench press, you don't want to think about pushing the bar away from you. You want to think of pushing yourself into the bench. Okay, it's completely two different concepts.
Huh.
When you do that, you're going to be tighter, technique's going to be more solid.
Push yourself into the bench.
I'm going to go with an arch position first, you know, a tucked position, more of a competitive type of bench, and then I'll show a foot out position. For an arch position, I like to see pretty much the head all the way off the bench when the feet are set.
Wow.
So see my feet are set right now?
No, my head is right on the bench.
But then from here, I'm going to grab the bar and just start working myself up. Until I'm on the bench here.
His back, man.
And then, when in this position, I'm going to try to drive my heels into the floor, which you can't do. The focus has to be there because that puts the weight on your traps. Pull the bar out. Start from an extended position. Break at the elbows. Tuck, 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 tuck. And then I'm going to push and flare back. You're going to push and flare the elbows as the bar comes back. So here, 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 blow here. So you're keeping the elbow under the bar the entire time. The key with the bench press, you always want your wrist and elbow in line. If you're pressing and your wrist is like this,
Your wrist and your elbow?
right, all your power
Yeah,
is
I've been
not
doing
under
that.
the bar. There, your power's under the bar. Okay? If you come down and then the bar is behind your elbow here, that's almost a tricep extension. If the bar is in front here, that's like a front raise. You know, it's a shoulder press. So you want it in line the whole time here and there. That's pushing back toward the right. Because if I'm going to bench the way most people do, what you're going to see in a gym, the traps are not going to be tight at all. You know, everything's, they just basically sit down, you know, they dance the feet around. The bar is going to be here. You know, sometimes they do this shit, you know, like the pre-press. And they're going to bring it down. See how low my elbows are on the bench compared to the bench? The lower those elbows are in relationship to the bench, the greater actual proof that it really exists. All right, I would show it to you, but it was in here. So who knows? Maybe it doesn't exist.
Nice, man. That's bookmarked.
I'm talking about Ace's
Nice, man.
153 on the stage. I say, oh, it may never be beaten.
Thanks,
it's
man.
Insane. Then of course,
Yeah.
minutes later, he unhoards 152.
I need to like settle
That
in my
was the
mind.
record going into this date, March 7th, 2020. I guess Ace simply loves Pelagic 2. And so, this is a long and complicated level.
I got my exercise bike here too. I'm gonna probably ride. I usually do an intermission ride, like ride for like 5-10 minutes. I'll probably do some more
It's pretty
V-sits,
difficult to,
as
like,
Dick has
for sure
recommended.
get rid of them.
Dick in the chat.
Press B, operate the lift. You have to backtrack and go upstairs and like talk to some scientists. Get a key card. You have to go into that one room to get a scientist to like lure it out so we could grab his data disk. You go up here. You have to pause to skip the speech buffering, or it's called speech skipping. Save some time. If you have the guards to deactivate some objective. Just have a word with the scientist. Now here is there are 8 possible buttons. He actually had a bad button layout. You want 4 greens in a row. You're supposed to be at the green ones. And you could just not turn on your X-ray scanner and hope to get the right buttons. On Agent you do that, but on Perfect Agent that's asking too much for that, to get lucky buttons 1 minute into a good run. It's very hard to live as well. He's missing these punches. You've got to open that door to get Elvis into the mission, and now he just has to run to the end, which is easier said than done because there's a lot of guards everywhere. You need a bunch of open doors as well. He doesn't really get many. On Special Agent, he got a lot of open doors on his one. We'll get into it in a minute, but yeah. On this one, he didn't have very many open doors, which is kind of crazy. I mean, considering that he untied this level the last 6 times in a row and got a 151. It's just Perfect Ace being Perfect Ace. I'm gonna take a look here. On this stage, the second place time is it's 157. So yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Second place time is 157, and Ace untied 156, 155, 154, 153, 152, and now 151. Okay. Again, I mean, that just shows you how far ahead of everyone else he is. We could linger on this Pelagic 2 Perfect Agent 151, but you know what? We might revisit it in a couple moments. The next untied was a cool one. This was the first untied by well-known Perfect Dark player. A former top 5 player, in fact. He's now ranked 6th after Zella came along and blocked him. And, Dr. Light is the sort of community K-pop stan. He loves his K-pop. I think Ice Cream Chillin' by Blackpink and Selena Gomez was one of his favorite songs of the year. I made it up completely. It's the only K-pop song I know offhand, so. But he wanted to get an untied to solidify his name in the top 5 of Perfect Dark. And so he saw a path to do so on Skedar Ruing's Agent.
Alright, I'm gonna go start the day. Yo,
Skedar
thanks.
Ruing's
Yo, I'll catch you later,
a
man.
level that I never
Yo,
really
thanks for
understood.
coming in and saying hey,
You
man,
have to
and
do
all the
boss
tips.
fight,
Appreciate
it's kinda
that.
like Cradle and
That's
Bullseye.
awesome.
But
Nice.
The 105 had
Yo, I'll catch you
stood
later, man.
for 8 years. Boss got 105 in 2012.
Yo, thank you. Have a good day,
a long
man.
time ago. It was untied for almost 5 years. Carl, Ace, and then Dr. Light tied it, and then Dr. Light wanted lower. And yeah, I don't know if there's a trick or anything in the stage. Maybe Dr. Light can fill us in, but very nice run by Dr. Light on the Skedar Ruins stage. You need, there's like 5 or 6 pillars. You need to put tracking bugs on 3 of them. The 3 that are the correct ones are random. It changes every run, so you need to like restart the level until you get the correct pillars set up.
Oh,
And
man.
you can chuck these.
That's bad news.
So you chuck. That's a really long toss there. So that was well done. Goes up the bridge and then across the bridge. That saves so much time over like the OG technique, the intended technique. Like,
Man,
that's really a sequence break
that was
right there.
risky.
You otherwise have to
I don't know
go
why.
up and around.
I got
and
so weak there. I think I gotta ride the bike.
push, like, a brick
Yo,
onto
what's
a
up,
square.
Baron?
It's like a
What's up,
Zelda
man?
puzzle of pushing a brick onto a square.
Oh my god.
These
You almost saw
doors
me
like
got pinned there,
slot
Baron.
in.
No, I'm just kidding. But almost.
And halfway through,
Not really.
and then yeah, he gets to the Skeller boss. Probably gonna be a lot of pause buffering here, I imagine. And like reloading,
Yo, what's up, Baron?
all this kind of stuff, but yeah, it's just kind of the
How you doing, man?
full, you know,
Thanks for
the
being here,
strategy's kind of come full 2020 era. Pause a lot and make sure your reloads are so. Like you see, he's reloading his Mauler. If he selects the, it's you can pull out the weapon faster by selecting it from the pause menu, but it's not that straightforward. You have to like wait for the right frame, and then yeah. So he's gonna go Mauler. He's gonna take out one spire. He's gonna stun the king. Okay, then he's over here. He's gonna do drop another spire on the Skeller's head, and then stun him again, and then one more spire shot. Yes, you have to wait for 104. Amazing. Nicely done, Dr. Light. I remember it being like you have to wait for like the name, the first letter of the name of the weapon
Oh,
to come
bike
up.
time.
But
Oh,
I
it's
guess
bike
the
time,
ammo
it's bike
flash is the
time.
correct moment. If you watch it here, you can see. So the ammo switch, now he can click the Mauler, and it pulls out quicker than just pressing A. And these are stuff
I'm
that's
gonna
gotta
bike for
become more
5-10
and
minutes,
more
then I'm probably gonna do
optimized
some
over
more
time.
weights. What's up, buddy?
So that's cool. Very nice by Dr. Light on his first Untied. It's always a very epic moment to get your first Untied. A big deal. You feel like kind of like an explorer. You feel like, oh, I've done something in this game that no one else has done. It's almost like being in ancient explorer of the world, the first person to reach the North Pole or the South Pole. No one else on Earth has seen the South Pole. No one else on Earth has seen Ruins 104. It's a very, what I imagine to be a similar feeling and not at all hyperbolic. So, I think Dr. Light claims that 103 is probably possible, but quite hard. Okay, well, amidst all this grinding by Dr. Light, which paid off well for him, Ace was busy on, well, back on Pelagic 2, his favorite level. Now we're into, actually, interestingly, this 104 was on March 13th, 2020. That is generally seen as the day where everything just went south in 2020. That was the day, I believe, the NBA was canceled, Rudy Gobert was involved, and everything. Tom Hanks, a lot of things happened that day. It was like one thing after another. And so that's kind of the iconic moment, like, oh, now no one has anything to do in the world but play Perfect Dark or speedrun or so on and so forth. So yeah, that was and on that day in history, Ruins 104. But this whole time, Ace is grinding away on Pelagic 2. If you were to ask Ace what his best world record was over the past, like, 5 years, he almost definitely would have said Pelagic 2 Special Agent 137. It was a 2-second untied. It might have been a 3-second untied when he got it. At least a 2-second untied, and a very, 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 very good time. Basically. His best time, is what he would say. For one reason or another.
You go on ahead.
Ace felt like he could go lower. Insane shots. Oh my god, dude.
What the hell? Someone stay back. This must be the
So that door was open. That's a big deal. So you don't have to visit the scientists on this difficulty?
Pilot and the GPS. The ship will wander off station.
You have to visit these ones at the top and do the speech skip, but not the ones he was getting the key cards or like data cards or whatever from.
Pull the plug on that. Now!
Please.
God's sake, somebody.
They'll be unable to conduct
So he got 4 green buttons in a row. That was decent.
operations without any power.
They were on the back of the machine, but... Oh, he did miss that door. He missed... You want to open the door, then press B at the machine. It's like a periscope or something like that. And he actually missed pressing on the door, which cost him like maybe half a second. That's like the one micro error in this run. But he's gonna get so many open doors probably that it won't. There's an open door, there's an open door. Each open door here saves time, right? There's an open door. Yeah, what's amazing is, I'm sure you can make an argument that this is the best world record in the game. And yet, Ace is still
Being disrupted on the surface.
good enough where you can see a couple of errors in
Hope the government
the best run in the game.
ship anytime.
If most people got this run, it would look perfect.
Heavy-handed?
No.
That's interesting, Lexi Lever, yeah. (136) Pelagic 2 Special Agent. He says, apart from a missed door press in the reactor room, this run was insane. It took me about 30 runs before I was able to get an untied pace past the small staircase at the end of the blue corridor, since there's almost always guards blocking it. There were none in this run. Yeah, the end of the blue corridor is going to be... I kind of noticed that too. So he's saying, like, right around here, right here, right there. There's often tons of guards, and just so happened on this run, and he had lots. He claims he has about 30 136 pace runs to that point, with guards always blocking the way. And on that run, God appeared and parted the guards away. It's amazing. Yeah, 8 137s, numerous 138s, 139s, and again, keep in mind, 139 is the next best time on the stage. Only Clemens and Swiss have 139. So yeah, that's pretty insane. Pretty damn insane. Yeah, I guess you could save time if you... So, where you could YOLO things is not turn on your X-ray vision here. Again, this is done on Agent, no X-ray-less. And you just guess the 4 buttons. You hope they're like the front-facing 4. But again, to do something like that luck-based a minute into the run is unlikely. On Agent, it's like 15 seconds in, so that's why you go for on Agent. Well, what would happen next? Believe it or not, we're back on Pelagic 2. Ace said, well, you know what? Let's have another look at Perfect Agent. Inexplicably, unbelievably. You guys know the story.
You go on ahead, Joe.
151 is a 6-second untied. If he had a few more open doors on the 151, maybe he could have saved a little bit. But it is still a 6-second untied. So he dips in here, lures the scientists out, gets the research data discs and research data disc. That's like well-timed, you know, well-performed.
Without the autopilot and the GPS, the ship will wander off station.
Comes up here and pauses. Gets the speech skip.
Pull the plug on that. Now!
Wipe her out.
That guard almost got in the way. He kind of jumped over him. That guard almost trolled him as well. Let's see his buttons here.
They'll be unable to
So he's gonna
conduct operations
So-
without any power.
He deduced that there were 3 buttons on the back of the reactor. Only one of them would have been red, 2 would have been green. If you hit a red button in between your green presses, it'll usually require you to restart the sequence. But if you do it fast enough, you can go like green, 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 red, green. If that last red one is like fast enough, the game will ignore it and process the objective as complete. And we can see he's had a couple of open doors here. See the staircase? Clear, that door's open, that's a big key. And here we go. Ace goes and delivers what would be a 8-second untied world record. 149. Pelagic 2. Perfect Agent. Wow. Insane. And so at this point he would have an untied sweep on the stage. I mean, he already did have an untied sweep on the stage, but now he would, you know, really have a really insane untied sweep on the stage. You know, 1 second untied agent, 3 seconds on special, and 8 on perfect agent. And what's insane about perfect agent is like, okay, like as we can see here, Clem has 157. It's the second best time. He got this in 2009. So like think about that for a second, right? If not for Ace and Clem, like Swiss's 157 would be like this insane untied, right? It really makes you realize like how far only 1 or 2 guys can push a game. You know, they can push it quite far. Like if Clem played this stage, he could beat 157 today. He got his 157 11 years ago, and it's still second. Like, what does that show you about Clem and Ace? You know, it shows you how good they are. But again, speaking about how good Ace is, the same day of his 149 perfect agent, the same day, he would play War Agent, where the world record on War Agent had stood for 5,846 days, 16 years, it was a level that seemed maybe maxed because it's a super short level. untied record in all of Perfect Dark, and the oldest record in the history of either GoldenEye or Perfect Dark. He did this the same day as his Pelagic 2 Perfect Agent. All he did, like, it sounds simple, it's not. He squeezed in more boosts than, like, you usually would. But, like, sometimes when you do that, it's, like, very counterintuitive. Like, you'll lose time because you'll be boosted, like, past the tighter turn. So to actually, like, usually, we've been playing this level for 20 years. We've figured out the best places to boost and turn. And Ace was somehow able to manage to squeeze in more boosts into that time frame. Yeah, very much different, and yeah, there he gets his Mauler, switches to it, and like, I mean, the shot he hits in the last king there, it's like, literally the first frame possible, like, yeah, that's pretty good. Ace is a god gamer. What else is there to say? Wow. Apparently not much else. Well, we are still, you know, barely chipping into the dent Ace made in the game of Perfect Dark this year. We've shown, what, like 6 or 7 untieds? And you got like 29. We're at 6. Jeez. I only have 1 untied left to show that's not Ace tonight. Every other untied after this next one
Really
is
lucky
Ace.
I didn't like break my friggin' knee,
So
man.
that's interesting.
I got so lucky there.
The next untied is this gentleman.
I'm gonna take a picture of the corner and then I'll show you. It's
BK.
like, it's crazy.
BK used to go by the name Bad Carl because his name was Carl, but he was not the well-known Carl with a career full of world records and so on. However, what is interesting about this time is that Carl KJ had the untied on Extraction Perfect Agent.
That went right into my kneecap. Like, all my weight went into that, right, like, directly into my kneecap.
Hit a 138. This is a level where the Japanese version actually makes a big difference because
I'm so lucky I didn't break my knee, like.
And the Japanese version has a body armor shield on your path, on the fastest path of the route. So you don't want the Japanese version. Not everyone has the Japanese version, so that's a big deal. And yeah, so BK would go by Bad Carl because he knew he wasn't the best Carl in the community. However, most people say now that his name should be more like Beautiful Carl or something, you know, more endearing. He just changed to BK, which is fine, but you know, he's a good dude and he's a well-liked dude. Like Pogo Pope says, most down-to-earth, nicest guy on the planet, and he is. You can even hear it in his voice when he talks in this video. He was able to get look, a lot of people's like first Perfect Dark record would be War, Agent 25, Defection 5, and some guys would just collect those records and not do much else in terms of world records, but like BK wanted to go for the 138 on Infiltration Perfect Agent. And he would. He grinded really, really hard, got 139, then he finally tied 138, and at this point Ace is like, I bet I could get 138, 137. So at this point Ace is now also playing the stage. So now BK is in a race against Ace, as Cal mentioned, to untie. Of course, Ace has been doing other stuff as well, but still, BK had to race Ace for this record. And on March 25th, he would pull off the run.
This is your entry point. A deserted helipad on the edge of the base. The lift down to the hangars and the rendezvous point is
here. Throws a grenade, which is going to destroy a hover bike. That's an objective, to destroy those hover bikes. You have to crouch twice and uncrouch and throw the bug. The text prompt says, "Oh, Joanna, you can't throw a bug that high."
Yeah.
But you can. It's a rocket launcher. There's the shield. I think the grenade throws in the hover bikes are the thing that was save time.
Stop blocking.
You get a key card from that guy. He's nervous. There are lasers here. We need to throw the grenade to blow up the lasers. Oh, really nice. We need to hit this insane shot.
Oh fuck.
That's a very hard shot to hit. That rocket launcher shot in the helicopter. That's an objective.
Alright. This is a run.
Now he basically just has to run at the end, but there is an elevator in the way which might not be on the right cycle.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So he's in the lift, it's closed behind him.
Holy shit. I'm gonna pause the music.
Trigger finger agent
Oh my god.
closing in on my position.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I got it. I got an untied world record. Holy f.
He's typing a storm.
Holy f. Holy f. Holy f. Dude, oh my god. I have an untied record. Holy sh, dude. It was like a 0.3. It was a 137.3. Holy. Holy. Oh my god. Dude. Holy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. I'm freaking out. Holy sh. That was a 30-minute session. Oh my god. Dude. Dude. Oh my god. What the f. Okay.
I mean, that's asking a lot to play a minute 37 seconds. It's a long time to play perfectly and not lose time, right? It's like it's not an easy feat, man. Speedrunning is hard. It really is. And he was very happy at this time and beat Ace in the 137. He was happy when he got 138, and he was happy when he got 137. And hey, we're happy for him as well. Now, of course, Ace was playing this stage. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, like when you get an untied, you just feel like no one else has done what you've done. You know, there's been 20 years of people playing the game before you, and yet you've somehow managed to topple them all, even if on one stage, 1 second, one level. Still, you've toppled them all, and that's amazing. And it was a 140, it was a 137.30, so it was very low. Almost could have been 136. Is this door ever open on Perfect Agent? I feel like the answer is no, but like it almost, if it was, he would have got 136. You know.
Oh my god, I got it.
So it could have been close. Oh, it's always closed on Japanese. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. So, and that you basically need Japanese to survive. Again, you can see he gets the shield. You because he's already like almost out of health, right? He's like half health, and then he's gonna get the shield over here. So like you need the Japanese version, so you lose a second at the end, but you gain way more time from the shield and being able to do more risky strategies. Let's see, yeah. Okay, anyways, long story short, Ace would tie this next day. Yeah, his 137 is on English, which is insane. Like, it kind of shows you how nuts Ace is that he can get it on without the shield. I think that was everyone knew that it was becoming one of the longest standing on tides in the game. So everyone knew people were gunning for 138, and everyone knew Ace could probably cake it if he had the Japanese version, which he did not have at the time. If Ace had the Japanese version working, BK probably would not have got the Untides of reality, right? But it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. But Ace still, I guess, felt confident enough that he could get 137 even without the Japanese version of Extra Shield. I wonder how little health he has at the end here. Let's see. 1-2 throw. Amazing.
Alright, be right back, 1 second.
Oh, so see, he's shooting out guards. BK, I don't think was doing that. Yeah, again, so BK, unfortunately, was not able to bathe in his record for a long time. But he was still happy. Insane. Insane. Yeah, it is a really hard level to casually complete. Like I remember playing through Perfect Dark and I was like barely able to beat this level. Because it's a level where you can't take your time on. There's no safe strategies. Because there's always guards and helicopters and stuff coming after you. Yeah, the shield helps a lot. Okay, now we have like 10 more Ace runs to show for this half of the lore. I don't know if that lift closed before he pressed B on it or whatever, but yeah. Like the ideal is like you run in as the lift is closing behind you and barely squeak through the crack. That's the ideal timing. Wow, 137.15, he almost untied it. Okay, Perfect Ace is an insane person. And you can see here, this is infiltration, Perfect Agent. You can see Carl had the record for almost 4 years untied. BK 138, Ace 138, BK 137, Ace 137, all in a matter of 2 or 3 days. That's pretty epic stuff. That's the story of Infill PA this year. I wonder who's like 4th on the level. Let's take a look here. 4th place belongs to Boss and Randy at 140. Huh. That's crazy. Randy's really coming along a long way. Maybe we'll get into that later. Okay, so let's take a look here. The next time I'm going to show is, oh god, we're getting into the G5 stages. Okay, there's going to be a lot going on here. A lot of stuff that even perhaps I don't fully understand, but we're going to give it a look. G5 Special Agent 38. Was set in 2016 by Clemens. It's probably the most like technically do the correct jumping along this like wire path upstairs without falling off. Drop the cam spy. Open this door. He moves the cam spy forward an inch as the door is opening. Move it forward here. He teleports to the top of the stairs. He moves it forward every moment that he's waiting in front of the door. And then throws the decoder on. Finishes driving the cam spy in.
The decoder's gonna take a little longer.
We've recovered the safe link from Carrington and altered its programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
Wow, it could be JD, it could be.
My team will have to take it to the core themselves. This will endanger them. You should have anticipated the sapient might develop a troublesome.
Then you have a 1 minute cutscene here, which I'm going to skip because it's repetitive.
Resolve.
In theory, if Carrington has pieced together enough of
The safe unlocks after 1 minute. It takes like 10 seconds to open as well. Grab the back of the disc.
Time to leave.
Run out.
Get to the door.
37.46. Okay. Well then.
Agent Dark reporting in. Prepare to receive a download in the link reader. Priority request for an institute support team to protect the president before he goes to Alaska.
No time for that now.
Ace says it's probably the best Perfect Dark run he's ever done. That's what it says on the rankings page. That's saying a lot. I mean, how many insane runs did we just see Ace pull off? And yet, that is what he claims his best run ever was. You know, that says it all, does it not? Jeez Louise, man. That is, pretty nuts. Okay, Ace would then go on to play Perfect Agent. He had the Untied 48 already. This is 2 days later. The difference is you gotta go into the basement and like press B at like an extra console or something. And the guards are harder to pass away. I know, right? Isn't that insane? Lexi lever. So he's gotta press B on those. He's gotta go down this stairway. Press B on this computer. There we go. It's objective one Perfect Agent at least. Yeah, that 49 he casually completed there is I mean, it's probably like a top 2 time on the stage. Yeah, 2. Only Swiss and Clemens have 49, so there you go. And he's just casually duping 49. Yeah, I think the key on this is just like pushing forward the cam spy at every imaginable moment. And you have to push it forward. If you don't want to push it forward too far, otherwise you're going to initiate the cutscene before you get to this moment. So it's like really quite a symphony of precise cam spy movements and places to pause.
It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
So there we go.
Get to the door. Shut up.
Gets out 47.6. Jeez. I mean, what do I say?
Agent Dark reporting in. Prepare to receive 51.
Let's see what he says about his time here. Cooked it. He just says cooked it. At this point, would Ace not have an untied sweep because, yes, because 34 was the agent record and 34 is still pretty good. 34 might not be beatable at this point in time. So again, these records were achieved on April 2nd, April 4th. A week later, Ace turns to Deep Sea Special Agent. And gets another untied. like, okay, I'm going to tie it and go for lower, as ace tends to do. Oh, ace got 255 unrecorded. That is interesting. That is quite... Yeah, ace had some proof issues this year. Or like, I don't want to say proof issues, but issues with not being able to play certain versions, or not having files save on his cartridges. Just some wacky stuff like that.
This will help us to get around the ship quicker.
Yeah, this song is pretty insane, Lexi Lever.
I've got a clear shot.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what's happening this level. It's straight up. Like, it's a level where, like, I've never seen this running down this corridor. It is a level where PAL is advantaged because you can shoot the far sight further, and so you can complete objectives from further away than you could on MTSC. So it's always been a level where PAL players have thrived. Yeah, you do something different on each difficulty. I've probably never watched a Deep Sea Special Agent record. That's probably why. I mean, it sounds like a fun level to play, you know? I have PAL, I could try it now. I got a retro tank and stuff. Yeah. It used to be that you could get like 50 points with NTSC, but now enough people have played PAL. Yeah, that's a good point, Cal, right? In GoldenEye on Train and Jungle, you can still get a 90-pointer or even the world record with NTSC. But on this, the top 100 times, all use PAL. Oh yeah, and he did his file pack wasn't working, so he would have to play up to Deep Sea every time he wanted to even grind the level. So every day he would turn on his game and beat all the levels up to Deep Sea. Yep. Insane stuff. 254. Okay, so again, this is all happening in the course of like a couple months. There was something else that had to happen. The 254 was April 10th. Now that he had a PAL cartridge, even though it wasn't working, to like beat the whole game every day to play all the levels, he decided, okay, now is finally the time to attack Ship Agent. If you're watching this video, I presume you have seen the videos about Attack Ship Agent and how Chuya's 206 was the longest standing untied in the history of Perfect Dark and GoldenEye, and was untied, well, at this point in history, over 3,200 days. Ace was like, well, it is time. It is time to go after it. Everyone kind of knew that Ace could do it. It was just a matter of him, like, putting his mind to it. But sometimes you just don't want to play it. Other people... I want to say it's surprising that no one else, like, stepped up to the plate and took it out. Like, Chuya's run, for example, of course, the brief reminder is that Chuya's run is a unviewable... It's captured like this, you can't see anything going on, and it has a J-pop song, 1 in a Million. Well, yeah, it's true. It's a good point, JD. You're right. It's a good point. I calculated the odds of getting Chuya's ending to be 1 in 14,000. This wasn't really true necessarily, but it was like sort of true. Eventually, stuff got sussed out to faster ending method, that made it maybe one in a couple hundred to get a really fast ending. I don't know. Maybe I just gotta show the run and get with it. I want to show the director's cut. I'll have to mute it out for YouTube, but it's too insane. 1 in 136. Okay, so that's not too bad, but it was insane. Let's just watch the director's cut, enjoy, and then I'll explain the ending when we get there. remarkable and stunning.
Sorry about that. I had to
Unbelievable.
build
Nothing
help
more to
build
say.
a lawnmower for my
Yeah,
dad.
The key to the whole ability at 206 was at the ending. White Ted really went over it and discovered that, okay, so Elvis comes in at 146. Chuyas 206 is a 147 Elvis and a 19-second ending. Again, that's what I counted the odds of being
I'm
like
so
1 in
tired.
14,000. It's probably not actually. But if you stand a little bit further outside of the room and the door, you see how the door almost closed but not quite. The further out you stand in the room, the less likely it is for the Skedar to not spawn as fast. You need the left guy to uncloak, the right guy starts to spawn, and then the right guy uncloaks as well. And by standing out of the room a little bit, you have a better chance of it all working out in your favor. And his game pack wasn't working, so alas, he didn't have the time saved in his cartridge. There you go. If you stand far in the room, the Skedar does not properly perform his decloak bite checks. There you go. That's the story. So thank you for, well, there you go. That's thank you for the technical analysis, Lexi Lever. Yeah, it's really, I recommend if you want to know more, go watch my video about it. I might just put that video in the end card of this lore episode because, yeah, it's a key part to understanding what's going on here. I take 33 minutes to explain it, so, yeah, I can't quite do that justice in...
I think I'm done. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry if you've been waiting here for so long. I might do one more bench press
Okay,
set.
so I'm going to show now a
But I don't know.
license to kill run.
I think I'm
this
done.
is max stats, so you're at full stats on
Yeah,
any
I'm not
health,
gonna
any
force it. I'm
damage, any
sorry. I'm sorry
accuracy.
you've been waiting here for so long.
In GoldenEye, it takes 10 shots, 10 headshots to pass
I'm
away
so
a guard,
tired.
and 1 for you. On Perfect Dark, it's a little bit different because headshots are like worth way more, but it's still extremely, extremely challenging. Hollywood played a lot of DLTK this year, and LTK got very, very good at the game in that mode. And so I want to show at least one of his runs in that mode. This is Rescue DLTK 314. Let's just take a look and see what happens.
The problem you have is that
It's a
there
great
is no
run,
way
but it's a
to
long
get into
run.
the research section. The only way in available to you is a weak section of wall like marked in the room.
Times page submission. If he can play that good again with this new strategy, he can get untied on every level again. It really is Golden Vince. It really is one of the most overlooked time savers ever. I mean, it makes sense though why no one thought about it, because you have to shoot him twice, right? You shoot him once and he runs away. And so you think, okay, yeah, it's not going to work because I have to shoot him twice, right? It's not going to work. It doesn't occur to you that you could maybe shoot him twice, and that's why it was overlooked. Actually, this strategy only came along because another one was invented where you just have to kind of run to that spot on the wall, and like 1 in 100 times, the door would just randomly open, a guard would come by. That was super inconsistent, and yes, okay, oh perfect, JD, right, as if right on cue, JD linked me the strat, and I will show this run next. Yeah, so we have to get the cutscene over with.
You will have called for reinforcements.
Yeah, no, that's a key too, right? You want to be in the right spot to get a really good ending, which might not happen every time. But did on this one, 33 by Ace. So that's an untied. I will show. This is JD Black. So this was the strategy that was invented around the same time, and because people were trying to refine this strategy, it's what got them looking into the other one. Yeah, you shoot that, and the guard, like, the guard doesn't realize you're there, and just runs and opens the door, type of thing. So that's the big deal. That's a cool technique. So yeah, it was only because of this being found that the other one was refined 46 on Perfect Agent. Let's take a look. Again, just insane technical prowess here. Here we go, down the basement room. Bingo bango. Bingo bango. That's, I mean, that move over, like, from corner to corner on top of the wires is so insane. Yeah, of course, it's one of those things, like, the more it's... Yeah, the more you know of the game, the more you realize how insane Ace is. Obviously. And even the new strat is not easy to like put yourself in the exact right spot where you shoot through the glass, lure the guard, and so on and so forth.
Take a little longer.
He's in a good spot there.
We've recovered the sapient from Keratin and altered its programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
Perfect.
Enough of this. We will have called for reinforcements.
I think Ace just has games, you know?
Time to move. Let's get to the door.
46-6. He almost got stuck there too, like... 46. G5, Perfect Agent 46. And then, yes, a couple days later he would go and barely managed to eke out 36 on Special Agent. Again, remember, his 37 was his best run ever, so he needs almost his best run ever plus this strategy. You have to wait for him to, like, start moving. There he's moving. Shoot in the back. Quickly recovers. Opens the door. Button, button. Button, button, stairs. Jump, jump. Jump. Crouch. Pause. A little over a whole second? Okay. I mean, still, he needs an incredibly amazing run, you know.
Warn the others.
The safe's heavily encrypted. The decoder's gonna take a little longer.
We've recovered the sapient from Carrington and altered its programming. It no longer has a personality, so there will be no further incidents.
Jeez, this level. Grabs at 33-3.
I see her.
36-8.
But President,
We are maybe like halfway done the Ace Untieds this year. Roughly halfway. Yep. So that's Ace's Untied sweep on G5 stage. Clemens would go on to tie Agent 33 not long after. You know, let's take a look. Let's watch Clemens' 33, why not? Clem's good at the game as well, on the levels he plays. Oh, nice, we do have audio. I was wondering if we would have audio on his end. Let's see. Nice shot. Yeah, 6 days is all the Untied sweep will last. Ooh, that's an interesting, on Agent, you don't have to press the buttons, so... That's how you can move right to there. Wow, I believe it. I remember seeing him be frustrated by it, yeah. I wonder who's watching stream. I love this backwards movement. It's kind of cool. Yeah, see, Clem is not in as good as a position. He's not as easily in a direct line to access the safe contents. Makes me wonder if 32 is possible. Oh, I guess Clem probably wasn't streaming. He was probably just locally recording and watching a stream. 29.
I got it!
Yeah, thanks, Neil. No, this isn't live. I'm just playing it. I'm just playing it. Just so people can see it.
Did he call Neil? Oh, you were at his house? What exactly is the story? It sounds legit. $33 seconds on G5 Agent. Very, very nice time. It would also be tied by the Rixer, Ricky the Rixer, in October of 2020. So nice job, Ricky, as well. So very epic. Oh, I see. He streamed right after he got it. I see. I see. Cool. Yeah, there we go. So that's good stuff. But yeah, we have a few more ace runs to show. So Escape is a level where a lot of crazy stuff happened on this year. So here's Ace playing Escape. Escape might be my favorite level in Perfect Dark, honestly.
What the hell?
It's a really good level.
Joanna, this is Jonathan.
There's a lot of parts to it. And one of the new strats is pushing Jonathan really, really, really far.
I'll contact you when you get there. Good luck.
So you drop off Elvis.
Good work, Joe.
Come over here.
We need to meet up. They're getting suspicious out there. To one of the containment labs. Hurry.
The record was 313. You gotta get rid of these guards. It's tough. Yeah, it is heavily NPC based. There's like a lot of NPC management. There's a shot. There's a shot. There's a shot.
Joanna, over here.
There we go.
We need to get
beautiful.
back to our...
You just, I mean, I guess in the past couple of years, like, pause buffering has become more prevalent in Perfect Dark, and so with pause buffering, you are more able to realize you could push John really, really far and save time doing so. So there we go, yep, like that. Bingo bango. Keep pushing John to the wall. I think it pushes him across the room. And then all the way down this corridor. Usually you would only do it down this corridor in the past. But now you do it all the way. Yes, that's what I was gonna say, Anubis. That's what I believe was the case. Breaks glass, you gotta come back and like grab a med pack from there later on. blow those 4 guys away.
Right, we're near. Follow me, Joe.
Grab the... Oh, you have to unlock the containment doors and grab the med pack here, which would be a shield on the other difficulties, I believe. But, so it's much harder to survive on Perfect Agent. No, I know that pausing has become like a commonplace thing now in the game of Perfect Dark speedrunning. For better or worse, I mean, there's not much changing it, you know? It's gonna blow a hole in the wall. Like, if you do nothing here, John will blow a hole in the wall, but once he's ready to blow in a hole in the wall, then he steps back and it takes like 5 seconds, but at that point, you can then blow a hole in the wall. And it's obviously faster. And there's something weird here about how you activate the med pack, and then you have to like eliminate a guard up here. There's like a chance it's a guard up here or a guard back where John is. You have to eliminate for this cutscene to come up, which is really like annoying and weird. There we go, nice, yeah, now we have 40 seconds of pushing Elvis and, doing stuff. Yeah, I believe it, and then the ending is really complicated too, yeah. Yeah, I can't even explain it, just is the way it is. Like, I bet you if we asked, like, Icy to explain the ending, it would take him, like, 8,000 words. Like, that's how bizarre it is. You have to be in a certain position for John to decide to take the hoverbike and not you, and... I would love to see hoverbike record. I wonder what the hoverbike record is. People should compete for this. There's 2 endings. Either you take the hoverbike and go around the entire level, basically, or you press these 2 buttons and John goes out on the hoverbike and you technically go out on the UFO. But there's a 312 by Ace, another casual untied. This was 1 day after his G5 building SA-36. So there's Ace free in a nutshell. Okay, here is another good record. Yeah, let's show this, yes, next. Okay, so that was insane. That was cool stuff. Rescue Perfect Agent is an archer level. The record was like 236, was it? 236? I think it was in Elu Untied 236. Ricky tied it first. You know what? Let's show let's show Ricky's run.
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research section.
Ricky's a good bloke, had a good year of Perfect Dark. He's starting to blow up on YouTube now. Has a banger video out right now about Spyro. So yeah, he's doing great. He has a really good capture quality video.
Helios is the new champ. Not even gonna begin to describe how
So he's mentioning how this level is so complicated he can't even mention exactly how it works. Which is true. I think the record before like this technique was like in the 240s, and basically what you're going to have to do is similar to Aztec and GoldenEye, you are trying to lure a guard to open a door by like running around you in circles. So we disarm. The guy runs towards you and opens the door by accident. He didn't mean to.
Yeah, I'm muting voice.
So he's on a run, now he's muting his voice chat. He's probably in voice chat with the lads. They're probably cooking up a horde or something. That's an objective. If you didn't get him to open the door, you have to like use an upload device at a number of like computer terminals, and it's way slower.
I can convince someone.
So that very tricky trick is the way to get this this level to work. Now he needs to find a uniform. It's in the last stall, so that could have been faster, but like that's life. He's got lab clothes on, so now he's in disguise.
How's things?
Hey,
The temperature's dropping. We must be close to the cryo room.
understood.
There we go. Alien's gonna come up. He's gonna pause buffer the objective. You have to like stare at him for like 5 seconds. So you usually pause buffer this. Oh, he didn't pause buffer it. That's interesting. That was pretty, like, I like that, man. No excessive pause buffering.
Must be near the autopsy lab.
Yeah, I'll say.
Dude, my heart rate is so fucking high.
His heart rate's high.
Everyone's been waiting for you.
A lot can go wrong in this room with guards. Like 4 or 5 guards will come after you. They can clog up the doorway. You can get stuck.
Ow! Hey, that's not her. It's an intruder.
That key can be far away. Oh my god, he could easily have gotten hit there by a tranquilizer. Oh my god. Yeah, the key card can fly like millions of miles away.
I don't think it's.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes! 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 Nice! Holy sh! I just got Rescue PA-236! Yes! Yes! Yes, dude! I don't need on time, but I'll f***ing take it. It was .90 as well. Up top, hell yeah, dude! Yeah, dude! Oh my f***ing god! Oh my god! Holy man! Oh my god!
Dude, it's a common thing to be afraid of playing Perfect or Double O Agent. Like, everyone who's a new player is usually pretty afraid of it. And then as you get more experienced, you usually stop being as afraid. Although there are some veterans who still fear Perfect and Double O Agent. It's very true. And it's scary to be on a really good run and then pass away. And you could see he almost passed away on this run. He was like literally a micro shot away from passing away. I'm happy I showed that run. I honestly never seen that run before. That's pretty cool. That's a good run. Like very nicely done by Ricky there. He was pumped. Elu's 236 using that strategy remained untied for like 4 years, and so it was a big deal to tie that time. Of course, I showed this run because I was about to show an ace run on the same level. So we can imagine that poor Ricky's
problem you have is that there is
tied
no way to
record
sneak into the research section.
perhaps did not last the length of the full year.
Section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Let's see what Ace can muster up.
There's someone here.
I think Ace has said something like a 224 is like theoretically possible. I think there's a new strategy we might get into in a minute. Yeah, I think that's the case. Yes. Okay. Dragon. Chucks the dragon. Let's see his technique here. Jeez Louise, baby. There we go. Open. Press B. There's a... That was interesting. He didn't only blow up the computer terminal, but also a guard. Oh man, that was an insane shot. Yeah, Ace's shots in there were nuts.
With their uniform.
So he gets an earlier uniform spot. So that might save a couple seconds over Ricky's run. But that was kind of a key. Yeah, the door to open, like you see a guard open that door, it can take like many seconds. I don't exactly know how it all works. Flicker, if you have any insight, I'm glad to pass it along. Because I remember guys being stuck there for like 20 seconds sometimes, you know?
The temperature's dropping. You must be close to the cryo room.
So you press B here. Oh, he missed his B press. You know, not a big, lost maybe 0.3. Okay, Ace is going to pause buffer the completion of this objective. There we go.
How are you? Hello.
Hiya.
The guards aren't shooting because you're running to the skies, but it wears off.
Yes, heavily.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Must be near the autopsy lab.
Yeah, so you just need a very lucky
I'm in trouble.
guard to come and open the shower area. It's such a troll strat. Like, you're talking to the one guard as if you're still disguised, but you're clearly not still disguised. That was well played. Oh, he's tranked! Oh my god, he's tranked. Oh my god, he got tranked. How can he see anything?
Intruder alert! We've got a contact!
So Ace got a 2:33, a 3-second untied. That is a very nice run by Perfect Ace. Now, Rescue Special Agent is interesting as well, because the record there was sort of 2:13 by Boss. However, Clem had a 2:12 in video proof that did not meet the proof standards. Ilu had a 2:13 that did not meet the proof standards, and I believe Clemens also had a 2:11 claimed, untaped. So, like, Boss had an untied, but, like, it was, like, on the rankings, but it was, like, a pseudo-untied, because we had videos, 2 videos of as fast or faster. Kind of a weird anomaly, and a very interesting story, and even Clemens' 2:12 was the record for, like, 3 years off paper, unofficially. So, Flicker Form was the first guy to come along and get a 2:13, tying Boss's record on the rankings in good video quality, and that was a big deal. And that kind of perhaps opened up the eyes of others that, like, hey, there's this new strategy out there. Maybe this does save a good deal of time. Maybe it's worth looking at. Well, maybe it didn't open up too many people's eyes, but of course, it opened up the eyes of.
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research
Perfect
section.
Ace.
The only way available to you is a weak section.
Wow, that is epic, JD Black. That is epic, if true.
It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
So here we go. Now, on Special Agent, you don't have to get the lured guard to open that door and blow up the computer. You do have to get a you have to get the alien autopsy, and also so you go here first. Okay, so check this out. So Ace goes down here. He shoots a bunch of times. Okay. So do you remember on the other run how you have to talk to that guard? And he's like, says, "Oh, we've been waiting for you."
Intruder alert!
So what do you do on this level is you go in there and shoot a bunch of times, and you hope that you can lure that guard out of that room with the key card. And I was watching like Ace or Clemens or someone stream this, and like it never happens. It's so uncommon. It's like a brutal strategy. But of course, on this run, we're gonna see it work. So right around here, he's lured the scientist out with the key card, the MedLab 2 key card. That will open like the final room. Yeah, Ace tried a lot of different things before he found something that like had any semblance of consistency working. There we go, objective 1 completed. And now he runs to the end. Is it this door or the next door that the keycard opens? I think it's this door, right? Laboratory access successfully. And then you fire, you gotta get a keycard from that guard. He almost missed it. He missed the GL shot. And strafes in the corner, and it is a 211. So it is technically a 2-second untied on the rankings, but maybe a tied Clemens's claim 211. It's a 1-second untied over Clemens's 211 that didn't meet proof standards. It's a bit of a mess, but doesn't matter because it is on paper an untied for perfect Ace. Very nicely done. He would get this on June 11th. Now, a mere 3 days later, Ace would try again, the same level. Let's see. Let's see what he could muster up here.
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research section. The only way in available to you is a weak section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Target sighted.
We got the fake out. We got the failed run tacked on to the beginning of the video. A classic moment.
No way to sneak into the research.
That should almost be on the new Speedlord bingo, you know?
Is a weak section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Hey, you!
The problem you have is that there is no way to sneak into the research section. The only way in available to you is a weak section of wall like marked in the room beyond the stores. It can be destroyed with explosives.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was a good cardio session.
Wow, that's a really good run. Warps his way in there. Yeah, he so at this point he's like shooting to cause lag, which lets him warp in.
Yeah, man, I want to start playing all the Asian levels. I want to do Villa Agent 2.
That was really good. Taking out those two guards, that was really nice.
I don't know though, I gotta learn that clip.
Yeah, so now he's really refining the strategy. Shoot once, then back up and shoot a bunch more, then back up and shoot a bunch more, and there you go. It's kind of hard to believe that does save time when you look at it. It looks weird, but like it definitely does save time, which is interesting.
Gee, come here, intruder!
The showers. Now, I can convince someone to park.
Let the lab close.
Hi there.
Right there!
scientist perfectly at that spot. Beautiful. Now, of course, think about this. We saw his perfect agent at 233. Could he combine that lure? Like, the perfect agent strategy is already insane. It requires, like, one sort of lure to get a guard to open the door. But, like, could he do this other lure as well on perfect agent? Like, is that out there at all, you know? Perhaps we'll see.
Over there.
Oh, probably one more bicep curl and I'll probably follow it.
Yeah, insane open door. Grabs the key card. Bingo bango. 208.98 rounds up to 209. Wow, dude. He almost got a... I mean, a 209 is 4 seconds untied on the rankings, but it could be almost 5. He almost got a 5-second untied. So that's pretty stunning and shocking, I would say. Now, I have 2 more runs to show. He says his 211 was an awful run, only took a few tries after figuring out the trick. Well, we'll revisit at some point, as the lure was a bit slow. Very interesting. Ace says he wants to revisit this stage. Okay, 2 more runs. These were set in June. The next one I'm going to show is from June. Then I'm going to go back to May to show one important run. There is an untied sweep in June that I'm going to save for tomorrow. I was going to do, you know, roughly January to June and then July to December, but, you know, we're already about 2 hours deep. I'm going to show these 2 and wrap it up, and we'll pick things back up tomorrow. So sit tight, and yeah, pretty epic stuff. Here's the penultimate run of the night is going to be from the date of June 26th, 2020. And, well, it is Rescue Perfect Agent 231. Let's see, does Ace combine both lures to make this an incredibly inconsistent level and yet somehow manage to clutch it out? I suppose we'll see.
Doesn't sound like a problem.
Like, when strategies like this are really inconsistent, it really rewards consistency, right? Because the more consistent you are at getting to that point in the level, the more chances you have at getting the strategy to work, you know? Yeah, you could say it's somewhat luck-based. Oh, yeah, that's very, I mean, yeah, we're basically overlooking that. Flicker mentioned that earlier. JD, it's very, very true. So, let's take a look here. Yes, he is going for it. He doesn't have a weapon. Disarms that guy. Passes away that guy. Okay. So now he's had he doesn't even know if that lure worked. He has a feeling that it was decent and it might have worked. He's shooting through a window this big from like a mile away. He runs into that door a little bit. That must have been for like a purpose of the guard remembering where Joanna was located. Now he has to pull off this trick. This trick is not easy by any means. The guard didn't quite do it ideally, right? It took about a second or 2 more than we've seen earlier tonight. He does destroy that stuff. Now, the guard opening the next door is quite luck-based. But he's there.
Now, I can convince you.
Oh, that's interesting, Wexley Lieber. That's very interesting. That's a good point. So now Ace has what seems to be a run going. He doesn't know for sure because the guard might still... The scientist of the key card might not be in the right spot still. He might not have been successfully lured. So Ace got the last uniform location. It happens. Now he's got to X-ray the alien and hope. Okay, so the scientist's not there. There he is. So that, I would say, wasted 4 seconds over an ideal lure like we saw in his 209.
You're probably like P2 or AFO. No worries, man.
Maybe more. 4 feels about
I do. I love Pelagic too, man. I love that level. Air Force One. Yeah, I do. Yo, I love those 2 levels, man. Those levels are sick. I love the colors in Pelagic too. I love getting lost. And it's pretty narrow, so it's. I liked it for Perfect Agent because you could like. It's pretty narrow, so you can shoot all the guards. You know what I mean?
His record 233 is a 3-second untied. Let's see what he's got. Boom. Rescue Perfect Agent 231. Wow. And yeah, in his comment, he says, Liosco is sort of like his, kind of alter ego mascot type of thing. It's like an Eminem and Slim Shady, Ace and Liosco. Liosco wants it to go lower, so hey, maybe one day. Yeah, it is his teddy bear, but he kind of uses it as like an alter ego. Like, yes, it's actually a teddy panda bear, which is uncommon.
Random button pattern. Oh yeah, the lags.
But once you lower,
yeah, I don't remember the lag.
But as we'll find out tonight and tomorrow night, Ace's journey would come to at least a temporary end in Perfect Dark at some point coming up somewhat soon in the year. Now, here is the final. Let's watch the Paper Mario version. This is the final one of the night. It's from May 22nd. We've seen so much insanity from Ace. At this point in time, Ace had 19 out of 20 world records on Agent. It's not something that had been done since like 2003 or 2002 or something, but he had a chance to go for 20 out of 20 on a single difficulty in Perfect Dark. 20 out of 20 Agent records. He had to go and be a turncoat on his friend Dr. Light. Dr. Light, as we know, had untied Scatter Ruins Agent 104. Ace had to go and, get 104. Of course, it's Perfect Ace.
This is the skin of phonetics was holy play.
And of course, he would do it.
Look at those stats, yo! Thanks, man. Bench press, bicep curl, fly. Yo, it's been 1 year since I've started streaming these. Let me show you. 1 year, 15. I started May 22nd. Check it out. I think I showed you this last time, buddy. I got all of them, Yeah, May 22nd. This is the first one, May 22nd, 2020. You can't read it. It's all ugly. That's sick, yo. Thanks, man. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's stats. It's objective stats. It helps me keep track, you know what I mean? Look at that, March 22nd. December 3rd, like... Tracking projects like a yo, thanks, man. Yeah. It's good too, cause I can't remember how many I do, and it's like I see today I did 7 sets of bench press. It's like, wow, that's quite a lot. So I better, if I don't feel like pushing it, I shouldn't, right? And I can choose whatever I want to do. Yo, thanks, man. Yo, thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate it, man.
I'd have got out in time if that one hadn't grabbed
achievement, buddy. I am going to raid someone. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it greatly. Thanks for streaming. Yo, thanks, dude. Cheers, man. I might be playing later. I might be playing GoldenEye Perfect Dark later. I don't know yet.
As we can see, he even references one of the crowd members.
Wow, like nobody's online. Nobody's online.
So
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is a known thing that people, someone in chat was kind of complaining about pause buffering, but it's true. It is a known thing. That's the way of the game these days, for better or worse. And hey, he is happy about 20 out of 20. Other people are happy about 20 out of 20. A very amazing achievement.
Roswell?
So congratulations, Ace.
Yeah, I'm following him. I see he's
unbelievable. It really, really is unbelievable. So much insanity.
Team Fortress. I don't know Team Fortress.
You still have
MBR
to get to.
Oh, Mr. Vaughn's Revenge. Yeah.
Like 17 more untieds tomorrow that we have to get to. Not all Ace, but like about half of them still are. So
shut up about the sun.
Where we are going to call it tonight.
Team Fortress. I don't know.
Most of the first half of 2020, and
all right, sure. Let's raid Roswell. Let's do it.
Year in review, Perfect Dark Speed Lore bonus episode. Thanks everyone for hanging out, watching, enjoying. Chatting.
Oh, he just switched to GoldenEye. There we go. Perfect timing.
So I hope you'll join me then, or in the next video.
He literally just finished Team Fortress 2. Oh, that's Half-Life, right? That's a Counter-Strike mod, is it?
That you'll want to check out as well. You want to be here to see that for sure.
All right.
And
yeah, I love Counter-Strike.
Thanks for watching. Stay true.
The OG one, it's so sick. The new one's pretty sweet too. I'm not gonna lie. I was big into 1.6. Yeah, semi-competitive. Wow. I just played for fun, like all-nighters online. When there were like people used cheats and stuff and everything. But then not everyone used cheats, and then everyone would always accuse of people of using cheats, and then you had no idea who was cheating or not, but you couldn't do anything about it, so you just kept playing and got good. You either became a victim or you like got insanely good.
We left off
mostly Brazilian Russians cheating. Is there like weight to that claim? Probably, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was just like the hearsay of the online. 100%. Yeah, probably.
Now, Perfect Ace, of course, got more than 20 untieds.
They make most of the hacks still. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true.
We have many more of these untieds.
The Brazilians, I didn't know that.
We're basically gonna get right into it. I left off. I wanted to make it through January to June last night.
Semi-competitive. That's
pretty much did, except for one full untied sweep.
Okay, man. I think this is gonna raid soon. So thanks for being here, man.
So insanely.
Yeah.
It is insane that if you got so many untieds, we can basically gloss over an untied sweep. But in a matter of 5 days.
So passionate, so much passion. I love it.
Ace got an untied sweep. This is a very interesting level because it's kind of complicated in that in 2014, I believe it was, 2015, in 2015, there was a huge strategy discovery, like one of the biggest gold rushes in Perfect Dark history. Even I was able to